one of my fondest memories are my uncle. I had an amazing uncle. I had 4 uncles on my mommy's side, on my maternal side, and I had 7 uncles on my paternal side. So I was spoiled rotten by my uncles. But particularly my maternal uncle. Growing up, we had this house in Claremont, and it was a 5-bedroom house, and everybody stayed in the house. My grandmother was Indian, so Indians have this thing that everybody stays together, even when they're married. So all my uncles, and I've only had one aunt, my mother only had one sister. So all of them, we all stay together, in one house. So hence the big pots of food, always. So this particular uncle was more like my father. And I loved music when I was a child. I loved music. But I was also the clever one. I was the intelligent child, So every year I would come either first in class or second, and my uncle would reward me. He was my biggest fan. He was my biggest fan. And he would buy me all these amazing gifts when I passed, Like, not only every year, but every term when I come home with a report, he would reward me, big time. And this one year, I think I was standard 8. And this hi-fi, it then was called a hi-fi, now it's called a music center, right? But then it was a hi-fi. It was basically just the radio, and it had a LP player, a record player. Those times it was record players. You guys probably don't know what a record player is.
Record players are like retro now.
Yes.
If you have a record player, it's
So the hi-fi came with a record player and a radio. But it was awesome because I had not as big speakers we get now. It was like big speakers like this high, so big. So I was like chuffed with this thing. It was a blowpang. I never forget, it was a blowpang. And I was chuffed. Oh my God, because I love music. And so now it was this LP thing. Now I must buy 7 singles. That time it was 7 singles. It was a small record, and the big one was the LP, the long playing record.
Okay.
Yes. And I would, after school, I was in high school then, and after school, instead of going home, I ran to the main road in Claremont, and I would go to the place was called Musica. Musica. And I would run to that place, and there was those booths, and you could put the earphones on and you would listen to all the new music that came in. I would spend an hour there. I tell you tonight I get hiding because I didn't come home straight. I must still go cook rice, and I must do this and that. I have a lot of chores. Those days we had chores, Not like today children, they just run around wild. We had chores to do. So I would listen to the music, and this day I listened to this long playing record. Oh my God. Oh, I was in love with this LP. And I went home and I said to my uncle. Uncle came home the evening from work. I said, Uncle, there's this LP at Musica. Sure, I'll never forget the name also. It was called I'm a Prisoner. It's, what's this guy's name? It's Me and Mrs. Jones. It was that LP.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Me and Mrs. Jones. Yeah, I know.
His name just slipped, but I know I can see him. I can see this picture. His name just Jones. We have a thing going on. I tell you, I go and I say, Uncle, this is LP. He said, how much is the LP? I said, it's 28 rand. He said, what? Are you bloody mad? 28 rand? 28 rand was like 1,000 rand now. 28 rand was a lot of money. It was your month's groceries. He said, are you crazy? 28 rand? I said, Uncle Yusuf, you must go listen to that thing. You must go listen to that. He said, no way, Shireen, no, just no. Every night I come home and I moan, I groan and I moan and I moan. Saturday morning. I think that was the Monday. And the Saturday morning, early, like 7 o'clock, I woke him up. I said, come, you must go listen to that LP. He said, are you bloody mad? It's 7 o'clock in the morning, the shop's only open at 9, and I'm not going. Okay, I leave him. I will make breakfast for him. Whole week I packed his cupboard, I packed his wardrobe, I ironed his clothes. I was the only one who could iron his clothes. That's why he rewarded me, because he was very finicky. And I've always been finicky. I'm finicky from a very young age. So he was very finicky, and only I could, because he was very prim and proper. His pants had to be ironed with
all the stuff.
Yeah, his pants had to be ironed with that fold in the middle. That was that type of thing. And I whole week I did all that. His cupboard was like to do. Everything is right. 9 o'clock. No, 8:45 I take his breakfast. I said, come, here's your breakfast. Okay, eats. He said, I'm still not taking you. I'm still not going. I said, all right, just go listen to it, please. I begged him. And eventually he said, okay. And we went there. He was the only one who had a car in the road, on the whole road. So we drive to the main road, right? We could check it out. He said, oh, but it is a very good LP.